None? So you guys are good to go to start the test right now? Jeremiah,
Number 7.
number 7. Alright, so number 7 says, a machine in a cereal packing factory is designed to fill cereal boxes with 2,500 centimeters from a given target line. The distance between the target line and the actual line is measured. The results of the measurements for boxes A through E are shown below. Given the results, which statement is true? Alright, so what is important in this question? Caleb,
Within 0.25 centimeters from a given target line.
say it again. Within,
20.25
Okay.
centimeters.
okay, what else? Alexa, okay. Anything else? Okay.
Given the results, which statement is true?
So obviously the question that's being asked. Now, with this one, you have plus 25 or 2,700 minus 3,200 plus 3/10 plus 1,700 and minus 900 or 9/10, sorry. Stand up if you picked A. Only boxes A and C were filled within the correct range. Nobody? Why did nobody pick this one? Why did nobody pick A? Jason?
Because one is an extra 0.02 away, and then the other one is just an extra 0.05 away. So,
Too much,
yeah.
essentially. So those are too much. Okay, good reasoning. Did anybody else have any other reasoning? Okay. Alright, stand up if you picked B. Only boxes B and E were filled within the correct range. Okay, why did nobody pick B or E? Cooper?
Because while E would work, G is 0.9, which is way too much.
Okay, so B works, but E does not. Okay? Alright, stand up if you pick C. Only boxes B and D will fit within the correct range. Okay? And obviously, why does B and D work? Caleb?
Well, B already works because Cooper already said that, and then D works because it's less than 0.25.
Alright, so I have a question for you. If I'm using a number line, and this is technically my 0, because this is the target line, right? How do I figure out, well, I guess that's, sorry, that would be your target line. So this is 0, you have plus 0.25, and you have minus 0.25. So anything that falls in between these two would also be a way to prove why this works. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So like you would plot plus 0.27, and that's gonna be up here, and you know that this is no longer gonna work. And then you would plot negative 0.23. Okay, that falls right here, so I know that that is gonna work. Okay, so those of you who are like, I don't know how to show my work for this is how you show it. Okay, this is also what kind of question? Just absolute value. Okay, all right. What other questions you want to go over? Cooper?
18.
Alright, number 18, it says the level of water above or below the average level at Fish Mountain Dam changes according to the amount of rainfall the area receives each year. So here's year 1, year 2, year 3, information. Which statement is true? So again, looking at the question, looking at the information. So stand up if you picked A, the largest difference between the average level and the level after rainfall was in year 2. So you picked A? Alright, so what is the difference?
What I did was 26.2 minus 8.7, that would give me 17.5.
Okay, but it's saying, so you're saying that you subtracted these two and you got 18.5? 17.5, okay? So that's why you're justifying that A is the correct answer,
And when I compare the others, they were like less than.
okay? Alright, the largest difference between the average level and the level after rainfall was in year 4. Stand up if you pick that one. Okay. Alright, so why did we say that this one is correct? Why did we say that this one is correct? Question?
Because the difference between, we're basically finding the absolute value, it's 13.6 feet away from the point.
So you're saying it's 13.6 feet is your answer?
Yes. Well, it's negative, the 13.6, but absolute value is 13.6 away from the point.
Well, based off of what Jeremiah said, then that's not the right answer. If you're saying that it's only 13.6. Because Jeremiah is saying that the difference here was 17.5.
Can I 16 about year 4? For year 4, like the difference between them would be 16.7 and 17.5 is a greater difference than 16%.
So you are correct. This is 16.7 because you actually have to find from 3.1 to 0 and then 13.6 to 0. So yes, that is right. That is why your justification was not right. You were on the right track, you just forgot about the 3.1. Okay, so still right now, a lot more people picked B, but technically based off of what Jeremiah said, and so far even what Christian and then Jeremiah added, he is still correct. So let's keep going, put your hand down. Alright, C, the smallest difference between the average level and the level after rainfall was in year 4. Have you picked that one? Okay, why did we not pick that one? Why did y'all not pick that one? Jackson, you weren't even here, knucklehead.
Well, I'm doing it right now.
Alright, why would you not pick C?
Well, so it says the smallest difference would be, so basically you'd say the smallest distance would be 16.7. But if you do the other questions, there's actually one that is smaller, which I think is in year 3. So you do a year 3, 6.8, and 9.3, you get something smaller than 16.7.
You said the difference between year 3 is 6.8?
No, I said you get something smaller than 6.7.
I don't understand your justification. Tell them stop running before I come out there and put my foot somewhere. Dumb tail children.
You know them.
Because they know I'm crazy. Yes.
So what Jackson was saying is that the difference between the two numbers in year 3 are less than 16.7.
He just explained all of it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
16.
So why didn't you just say that?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. I was so confused. I was like, what are you talking
told
about?
you
So the difference is less?
Yes.
So then,
C can't be the answer. It's 16.1.
so this is 16.1. Okay, so then that's not true, so we can definitely eliminate C. Just keep it easy. Simple. Not rocket science. Alright, D. The smallest difference between the average level and the level after rainfall was in year 3. Do we agree? Stand up. Anybody? Nobody?
No.
Alright, why? Why?
No, but that is big.
Behave.
Because in year 1, the difference is, 9.
Does it? Wait a minute. How is the difference 9? Because 12.8 plus 7 or 3.7.
You have to subtract.
Why? Because there's two
it's-
positives. Oh, so you're actually saying if I drew a number line to help myself solve this problem again, I would notice that I'm going from 12.8 and I would be going up or I'd be going down? I'd be going down.
Yeah.
Technically, I would actually be going up, would I not? Because I'm adding, but it's the difference. We're subtracting these two. Where with the negatives, you're doing what? You're adding them. So you actually add this to this because from the 26, it's actually, you're subtracting that, what, 8.7? Okay? So C and D, we've definitely eliminated. We are back to A and B. Based off of what Raheem just told me though, do we want to reevaluate A? Are you still going with A is the right answer? I see you, I hear you, calm down. I will get to you. Still keeping it as A as your answer?
So 3.1. Would you subtract it or?
No, you added it. Because it's the distance from 0. So 3.1 and then to 0 is 3.1 and then you add 13.6 because that's the distance from 0.
But that would be 16.7.
Right, baby, but yours is not gonna, it's not gonna work out the way you think it is. Because if you do 26.2 minus 8.7, you end up with 16.5. Okay? So, and I don't know if you just made like a small math error, or if you, did you add them? Or did you just subtract them? Okay. So then you might have just forgot to carry somewhere or something. The correct answer is B. What was your question, child?
Well, I got the right answer, but like, I was asking because wouldn't it be the absolute value of the height of water from the average level? So the second box, once you find the absolute value, and then what, like, since year 4 would be the greatest.
You're overthinking it.
That's how
You're finding, I don't know how to make it simple other than just don't overthink it. Like from here to here, it's the absolute value, 2, 0. Here to here, it's plus, like they're both a positive number. So therefore, you're subtracting it. These two, positive and a negative, you're adding them. I don't know how, it's kind of like when we're talking about inside a quadrant, if the 2 points are there, you subtract them. If they're over in 2 different quadrants, you add them. I don't know how else to tell you. Like, don't overthink it, just, I don't know. All right, what other numbers? Do number 14, go to number 14. Talk about solving some inequalities. Number 14 says, which set of numbers only contains solutions to the inequality? Set of numbers. So that means we're not gonna have just one answer, we're gonna have multiple answers, right? Solution, inequality. So how do we solve for an inequality? Ace.
Well, in this situation, you would divide 3x by 3 to get the variable by itself.
Okay, so what do we do when we solve inequalities though? Like, what do we do? Not just this instance, but just in general. What do you do? Raheem? Okay, so there's a thing that you have to do though. You're right and you're right. I'm not saying either one of you are wrong. But what is that thing that we have to do to solve for inequalities and equations? Let me throw that in there. Maybe that will help. Because it's not always the same thing that you have to do, right? Sometimes you have to add, sometimes you have to divide, sometimes you have to multiply, sometimes you have to subtract. It's terrifying, Cooper.
What?
It is terrifying at the lack of people who know.
Is it, you gotta plug it in, the number?
I mean, that's a strategy, yes. You can take and do 3 times 3 and figure out if that's gonna work. That's one way, but there is an actual strategy that you use. Gabriel? No. Justin?
Inverse operation.
Yes.
I
Inverse
just-
op- You know what? You were the only child in this whole room that knew that. Here you go, kid. I'm losing my job.
It's fine, it's fine. It's fine.
I knew that. I quit. I'm out. Done. Joseph, like throw a hand up or drop a shoulder so it hits Halo.
I would take it. I knew what it was, I just didn't want to answer it.
Why?
I don't know, I
But
just
you
don't
know
like
what it
to.
was?
I knew what it was.
No, that's literally why I had my hand.
I was raising my hand.
Well, I was running out of options because I don't know whatever's going to come out of your mouth in your mouth. So it's
I
like,
was raising my hand.
you're kind of on the lines of this too. I apologize. I did not mean to.
What about me? You would have meant to.
Sit down.
If
All
I
right.
were the one to throw it.
So, yes, we have to do inverse operation. Yes. Ace, we are going to divide. So you're going to divide by 3, cancels out. 18 divided by 3 gives you what?
6.
So x is greater than or equal to 6. Now, all of your answer choices except for one has 6 in it. Can we get rid of that one set of answer choices?
Yeah.
Yes, get rid of A. Now, stand up if you picked B. Why not? Why is B not correct? Cooper. That Cooper.
Because 4 times 3 doesn't equal 18. It equals 12, so it's not greater than or equal to. So that's eliminated because it has to be all 3 of them, not just one.
And it has to be true? Okay, so that one's gone. Alright. Stand up, pick C. Why does C work? Ethan?
Because the inequality that we just wrote says x is greater than or equal to 6.
Oh, you mean so you actually like solved it and then you actually looked at this other than just doing random work because you think you have to, we would have already forgotten and not done all this, right?
Yes.
Answer is D. Alright. Anything else, y'all? Let's look at number 11. Number 11 says, which number, when placed in the blank, makes the inequality false? So key word there is false. A lot of times it asks you for what makes it true. Can someone please tell me what those bars are around the 5 and the, what, -7? What are those bars? Kaylee.
It means the absolute value,
And the absolute value means what?
just the positive number.
Okay, positive of the number. Alright, so stand up if you picked A. Stand up if you picked A.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Stand up if you picked B. Stand up if you picked C. Stand up if you picked. So what was the problem with A, B, and C? What was the problem with Brock?
they were all true.
Right.
Because it has to be less than or greater than or equal to 60.
Okay. And again, if you're not paying close attention, you don't see the word false and you end up doing what? Picking the first one because we're used to hearing or saying or you have to find the one that makes it true. Alright. Anything else? No? Alright, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I have to find it. You know, I had trouble with finding it.
Just you can eat your nerves if you want.
Oh.
Oh,
Which one?
24. We had this on a test before, but I don't think I got it.
Yeah. If you look at it at first, it's like, oh yeah, this is one I have to
Y'all? Alright, number 24. Says Maria would like to leave a tip T of at least 15% of her dinner bill. B. Which inequality best could be used to find the amount of the tip Maria would like to leave? So what's important in this question? Generally. Why did I call on you? Like you were like zoned out, not even facing forward. What's important in this question, Ben? Number 24. Okay, what else? What else is important? Rana? Okay, so y'all do know that we eat lunch with you every day? The teachers, we eat lunch with you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And 90% of the time, we have to yell at each other because y'all are so loud. So when I call on you, I get confused. Oh, I can read them, I'm just not going to. Nice and loud.
Use your lunch, please.
Okay. Alright, so essentially, you were not solving, but you were just simply looking for which one of these is going to work best. Alright, so the tip is obviously going to be what we're trying to find. Now, stand up if you picked A. T is greater than 1500's B. Nobody picked A? Okay, stand up if you picked B. A, stand up if you picked C. You might be right. Just because the majority picked the wrong answer, the right answer doesn't mean anything. Alright, so we have 3 people. Alright, and then stand up if you picked B. Alright, so nobody picked A, right? And nobody picked D. So let's talk about those two. Why are A and D not correct? Because one is less than, one is greater than, sorry, one is less than or equal to, one is greater than. So they're confused. Cooper.
So to, because it's at least 15%.
Ooh, so looking at keywords. So then, does that mean I can also get rid of this one?
Yes.
Look at that. What?
And then for D, since it's at least 15%, it can also be more than 15%, which is not shown on D. So that includes D.
Interesting.
Oh,
So looking at just keywords and knowing that that means or equal to, or minimum, like the minimum that it could be. Amazing. All right, any other questions? None? Bless you. I mean, I'm good with y'all not having any other questions. I just need to know if there are any others. 'Cause I don't want to be like, oh, this kid didn't answer my question. Oh, you didn't answer.
Question 8.
Number 8. All right, number 8. Alan drew a triangle on a triangle coordinate plane, as shown below. Which ordered pair best represents the location of the vertex of the triangle that is nearest to 0, 0? Two things here. One, you gotta know some vocabulary, right? What if you do not know what this word means? How can you solve this problem? You can. So, let's start with that first. What does vertex mean? What does vertex mean? Jackson?
I think it's like every point.
I
So
think.
it is like the points.
All the points, 1 point, some points.
Yeah. Or a point.
Now you changing everything up.
Come on.
Is it all points? 1 point? Which point?
36.
Bottom point?
Or an
Up?
angle.
Like,
So,
Tiny one.
Yeah,
see,
so
this is why you can't answer a question if you don't know.
a vertex is one
But
of the points, like on two sides of one. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I should record this one time.
Oh my gosh, can I?
Okay, so are we all agreeing that it's possibly at some point that comes together that is in
All
a
the
shape?
lines that come together, everywhere where the
That
lines
he
come
thinks.
together.
Two lines.
Do we agree?
Yes.
That is a point when two sides come together.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to, because that was, again, woo. So, a point of two sides. Okay, so technically this is a point, that's a point, and that is a point, based off of what Jackson just told us, right?
Kind of.
Kind of.
What Jackson told us. He kind of told us.
Oh, yes, you are correct. I agree with that. All right, so now let's actually annotate a little bit. So it says which ordered pair best represents the location of the vertex of the triangle that is nearest to 0, 0. Well, 0, 0
It's important.
is what? And we have to know, I mean, essentially you should be able to find 0, 0, but that doesn't mean that we will always.
It's the origin, which is in the middle of the yeah.
Okay, so it's right here in the middle. So you are looking for the one that is the closest. So which point is the closest to that? Which point? Don't tell me the ordered pair yet, just tell me which point. Caleb.
The one on the bottom.
One on the bottom, right? So this one is the closest because essentially 1, 2, 3, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So obviously 3 is closer than 5.
Yep.
But I got rid of those two, but I still have one that has 0, 3 and 3, 0. So now I got to figure out, okay, I did outside work, I remember the stupid word, and now I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I have two that are potential answers. Alexa.
So 0, 3 isn't a vertex on the triangle, so it can't be an answer.
0, 3 cannot be a vertex on the triangle. It's a point based off of what Jackson told me. It's the only one that makes sense. Right?
No.
No? Well,
It's
ba-
gotta be.
I'm going off of what
Because
Jackson
X
told me.
and Y.
I'm going off of what Caleb told me.
Well, what Jackson thinks.
I hear it.
You're right. Sorry. What Jackson thinks. All right. So help me out, because I'm convinced that it's 0, 3.
Look at this.
Help me out. Convince me otherwise.
It's asking for where a vertex
Girl, not use the vertex and turn it 0.
But then you put a location.
So I'm right. It is A.
No, you're
No.
not.
I'm talking to Alexa and Alexa only. So y'all put your hands down. Because the only person I'm talking to is Alexa. So you are telling me I'm wrong, which is kind of scary and a little dangerous. So therefore, you must prove to me why I am wrong.
Well, 3, 0. If you find that on the vertex grid, it's one of the vertexes on the triangle.
So is 0, 3.
Why?
No. So is 0, 3. You're not giving me enough justification to change my mind. I'm looking for some key information that might
Put your hand
tell me how to get to my answer.
You stay at the origin and then you go 3.
I go where? To the right 3? I go up 3. No, I do not. This is my, oh, that's my X.
To
You're
get
right.
to
So
0.
So that, I told you I was right. I said it was C all along.
What?
All right. However, yes, obviously I was being silly, but at the end of the day, how many of us would or could make that mistake? Because
I
it's
did.
fairly easy. You did?
Yeah.
See?
I did too. I did too.
I did, but when I looked at it, I realized that's the answer.
All right, guys, stop talking. It's so important because how easy is this question? It's extremely easy after you pass the fact that you're not sure what a vertex is, Jackson. But it's an easy question that we cannot afford to miss because of a simple, oh, it's there, that's it, I'm moving on, right? So just be careful, double check, because a lot of these questions are gonna be fairly easy to you guys. But if you do not check your answers, you are not gonna do great. Yes?
How many people actually chose A?
I don't know, stand up
I
if you
did.
actually chose A. Thank you guys for being honest.
I got it backwards. Well, I think.
I chose A too, let's be real, I'll just go with that, I chose A.
Oh wait,
Yeah, right?
okay, so
Bro, I tried
Friday I picked, cause I
No,
was
I got
working
I got
a
fight.
little bit, we were working and, I said, oh yeah, it's A, and then she was like, no, because it was A, you would be going up, so I'm like, oh, okay, so I picked C. So at first, I thought it was 0, but I didn't actually pick it. So if you hadn't cheated, it worked.
Stop talking, because this is very good information to hear, because 95% of us probably did this originally. Because we're so smart that we don't need to count lines and boxes, right? Because we just assume. Honestly, sometimes just saying, oh, 0, 3, whoops, definitely not the right answer, is all you need to do. All right, any other ones? Stop coloring on your iPad. All right, if there are none, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get started on your test today because there are 40 questions. It is a lot, but it's not a ton of work. Yes, you still have to show your work, and you cannot just write a letter as your work being shown. Okay? Let me write the code on the board if I don't remember what it is. I will be giving you out lined paper. I will not be giving you out graph paper. The reason I will not be giving you out graph paper is because you need to use absolute value to solve your problem. Alright, so let me grab some lines. Yes, Charles?